Hey people, what's up? I'm making a review for Raw this week for 6/25/12, and if you're wondering why Chris Jericho is on the cover, it's because finally Y2J has returned from his 30-day suspension for violating some kind of WWE thing. Not really sure what it's about, but on to the review. So AJ opened Raw. It was kind of interesting. I mean, she was like staring at like mirrors and stuff, and was like pretending to like talk to CM Punk, Kane, and Daniel Bryan. And it was okay. I'd give it like 2 stars. And then next we had a match between CM Punk versus Kane versus Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan won. It was a pretty good match. I'd give it like 3 stars. But the one thing though that kind of pisses me off is that CM Punk is the WWE champion, and yet he's not in the main event, which kind of pisses me off. I don't know why CM Punk's not in the main event. It's just stupid. Anyways, on to the next. And then next we had Big Show versus Brodus Clay, and Big Show won, which I was very, very happy about. I'm glad that Big Show is like a heel instead of a face, because Big Show kicks more ass as a heel. So Big Show is more awesome, plus he wins more matches as a heel. So yeah, Big Show is pretty awesome as a heel. So anyway, even though Big Show won, I didn't really like the match too much, so I give it like 2.5 stars. So yeah. Next we had Santino versus Jack Swagger. Santino won. I'm getting really bored with Santino's matches. I think Santino's matches are getting really boring. So I give this match like 2 stars. So, yeah, sorry Santino, but your matches are getting very, very boring. And then we had next John Cena's promo, where he was like talking about like Star Wars and stuff and making fun of like John Laurinaitis, Big Show, Mr. McMahon, just like having like Star Wars references. And then Y2J came out and was like trash talking with John Cena. And then Vicky Guerrero came out and told them that they were gonna fight in the main event, because they both were fighting about Money in the Bank. So yeah, I give this promo and argument like 3 stars. It was okay. And then next we had Sid versus Slater. I don't really know Psycho Sid, and I didn't really care a whole lot for Slater. And Sid won, so I give it like 2 stars. So. Yeah, and then next we had, okay, now this match I thought was incredibly stupid. Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. It ended up in like a no contest because both were fighting over the clipboard. So then Vicky Guerrero changed her mind. Vicky changed her mind, and then she put for SmackDown, Sheamus versus Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler for the World Heavyweight Championship this Friday on SmackDown. I mean, what the hell was the point of the match? Really, I mean, what the hell was the point of the match? I'd give that 1 star. So, yeah. And then next was, I thought that this was probably a good Diva match. So we had a Diva Beach Battle Royal match, and it kind of sucked that Eve and Kelly were not in it. But AJ won, so I thought that was kind of interesting, and so yeah, she won the Battle Royal. I give that 3 stars. And one thing though that I want to point out for this week's Raw is I'm kind of bummed out that Brock Lesnar was not on it, because like I said before, Monday Night Raw this week was not very good. I thought that Raw was kind of suckish this week. I mean, the only thing that I think kind of saved the show this week was Chris Jericho being there. I think that Chris Jericho kind of helped the ratings, and so did John Cena. So yeah, I thought that Raw this week was not very good, so I kind of wish that Brock Lesnar was at this week's Raw, but he'll be at the next week's Raw. So, yeah, and anyway, I just wanted to point that out, because it showed that, in case you did not watch Raw, they pointed that out on there. Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay. Next we had the main event between John Cena versus Chris Jericho, and I was actually very, very excited for this match until I watched it. I mean, the main event between John Cena and Chris Jericho I thought was pretty good, and then the Big Show interfered and like attacked John Cena, so I thought that was kind of interesting. I was more interested in the match than the interference. So I'd give that match about 3 stars, even though the Big Show interfered. So now it comes on to rating the show this week. Like I said before, I don't think that Raw was really good this week, and I'm kind of wishing that Brock Lesnar was on it. And but one thing though that I'm kind of excited for is that for Monday Night Raw's 1000th episode, Charlie Sheen is going to be the social ambassador, and I'm actually excited for that because man, we have a guy who has tiger blood on Monday Night Raw, so that'll be kind of interesting, I think. So anyway, I give Monday Night Raw for this week 6.5 out of 10 stars. Because like I said before, it's not really good this week. So yeah, my rating for Raw this week is 6.5 out of 10 stars. So let me know what you thought of Raw this week. Leave a comment, like this video, don't like this video, whatever. Subscribe to my channel at Viper Strikes 38, and yeah, peace out. Enjoy your week.